What are you talking about, Mike? It's a brisk fall day outside.
Yeah. This is like October. Worst part is it's going to be this way for 10 days.
Yeah, I know. So let's talk a little football since we're in football weather here. Things related to the draft and outside of the draft. And let's first focus on Aaron Rodgers. Of course, he was dealt yesterday, and now reaction is coming to the trade.
Yeah.
Per The Athletic's Jeff Howe, who spoke to one NFL executive, he said the Jets gave up too much for the four-time MVP. And then another, he was also quoted as saying Rodgers is a descending player, and he could see this blowing up in the Jets' faces.
Noted Italian blowhard in Detroit said the same things yesterday.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
Like, I love how ESPN sat there and gave a sponge bath to the deal all day yesterday. The reality is the Packers got over. This dude's old. He's doing a bunch of psychedelics and enemas. He's out of his mind. And by the way, hey, Rico, how does last few playoff games go? Didn't make it this year, lost to the Lions at home. Year prior, 7 points, lost at home as the 1 seed. Year prior,
scored the first drive
and nothing.
That was it.
I think they gave up way too much because Aaron Rodgers could also, at the end of this year, freak out, go to the mountaintop, smoke a bunch of peyote, and never be heard from again.
I'm glad you said that because the GM of the Jets spoke today in his pre-draft press conference.
Sweet Joe Douglas.
He was asked about Aaron Rodgers, about playing past this year, and he was quoted as saying, well, you have to ask him. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Basically, he has no clue.
You just hate to see it.
Yeah, you basically inherited a problem, man. Yeah, Green Bay, good luck with that. You're never going to get an answer. Yeah.
The only way this gets better is if the Jets play Tommy Trumpet when he walks on the field. It's the only way this gets better. This is my dream.
Well, from one individual to another individual that's kind of, we don't know what he is. He's got money. Let's talk about Kyler Murray and the Paris Johnson connection.
What's
because
that?
yesterday in the rumors, I talked about Paris Johnson being rumored to go in maybe the top 3 of the draft.
Cardinals?
So
Well,
Cardinals.
now we know why. Here's what Mike Garafolo of NFL Network tweets. Word is Kyler Murray likes Paris Johnson a lot and has let that be known inside the Arizona Cardinals building.
The reality is they've never addressed their offensive line. And this is not a defense of Kyler Murray, but it's just factual. Second of all, it would be a hilarious dynamic because I would compare it to the wedding photo of Shaq and Shawnee O'Neal. And Kyler would be Shawnee in that instance. He wouldn't come up to Paris Johnson's kneecap.
That's a flag.
Paris
That's
Johnson.
a flag.
Paris Johnson's like 7
Move
feet
along,
tall.
David.
No, seriously. Remember Shaq's first wife?
Yes.
She didn't come up to his kneecaps.
Yeah.
That's Kyler Murray standing next to Paris Johnson.
But then, isn't that pretty much every woman next to Shaq?
That's not the
I
point.
know
she
what you
was
mean.
shorter
she
than average.
She really was, yeah.
I'm just making a point.
She really was.
That would be hilarious, but they've never addressed the O-line. That I wouldn't be mad at all if they didn't trade the pick and just took Skoronski or something.
It would be smart, and it says at that point that he's our guy. He's not going anywhere. We're going to work through our
Best
difficulties.
thing for them to do, though, is to move down and take that O-lineman, get assets, and start to build this thing.
Because you could probably still get Paris wherever if you move
at
down.
6. So if they traded with the Lions, they can still get him at 6.
I'm starting to think the Lions don't need to trade up.
Well, here's why they might not want to trade up. If you listen to this coach, Bruce Feldman of The Athletic spoke to a coach around the league regarding Will Anderson Jr. Quote, I do not see a top 5 talent. Ignore the sack numbers. Just watch him play. I see a really smart, tough, really aware guy. Plays his butt off, but he's not fast. He's not explosive. Of his sacks last year, 3 sacks came because he just waited for the quarterback to get flushed to him. Your thoughts on that quote here from a anonymous coach?
You know what? And that's why I'm saying.
Was this Matt Patricia?
You get Will Anderson, and you didn't have to move. You didn't have to make a trade. You win. You got that. Plus, you got the next pick. And honestly, Mike, if that happens, they get Will Anderson, and then turn around and get Nolan Smith with pick 18. I will lead the parade with Kenny.
No, you're going to speak
That
the Holy
playoff
Ghost
parade
language.
thing. Yeah.
You're going to sound like that dude in that video. Shamdalalalala.
Flag. Flag.
God, I would pay to see it.
But Rico, let me get your thoughts on this story here. John Lynch spoke, of course, another pre-draft press conference, and he was asked about Lamar Jackson, and he says, yes, you look into everything, and we seem to be linked to everything. I can tell you, yes, we did call about Lamar Jackson. They're confident about Brock Purdy, but they did call about Lamar Jackson.
So privileged, David.
Very much so.
He's like one of them preachers in Texas that has like multiple planes.
Well, it's in the quote.
Rico.
He says, we're linked to everything. What?
David, it's what you do. It's what you wanted the Pistons to do with the coach. Kick the tires. Make the phone call. See what they want. You know what? A little too rich for my blood. I'm going to pass. But you got to make the call. So I'm not mad at him for that. It's not privilege. It's called being a real GM.
It is called being a real GM.
That's right.
And I don't know if you noticed and saw this over the weekend, but there were a lot of rumors in the Philadelphia area. Rumors that Derrick Henry was being traded to the Eagles. Now, the rumors have been knocked down, but...
It's stupid.
Okay.
No, it's just dumb because the Eagles can go into this draft and for 10 cents on the dollar, take a running back that fits what they want to do. Why the hell would I want Derrick Henry and the tires are about to fall off?
Oh, because what was it, A.J. Brown who tweeted it out? He started all of this on social media.
Oh, my God.
Former teammate.
A.J. Brown speaketh. I didn't realize Christ played wide receiver. Oh, so A.J. Brown said, let's go get Derrick Henry. So now we just genuflect to A.J. Brown?
He just put it out on that social media, and people picked up on it.
Hey, let's go get a 260-pound running back who's been hit more than Stallone in the Rocky movies. Why would I want that when I can go draft a guy? Here, you want to hear me say, here's the one time I'll say it. I'd rather take Bijan Robinson than go trade for him. One dude's cheap, and I get 5 years. The other guy's expensive, and I get 1. The hell are we doing?
That's his former teammate.
I don't care.
That's where it all came from. But right, because I'm looking and I'm like, oh, okay, this was just A.J. Brown. This isn't official. It's kind of like when J-Mo, liked the whole tweet about Lamar coming here, and then people ran with it.
So you're talking about where things come from, social media, all that kind of stuff. Are you familiar with Reddit?
Yes, David. We don't live in caves.
Oh, well, there was a whole lot of things on Reddit last night, and it moved the markets on the betting odds. There was a Reddit written saying that Will Levis is telling his family and friends that he's going number 1 overall to the Carolina Panthers. So now he is the second favorite to be the number 1 overall selection, but then he became the clear favorite to be number 2.
Listen. Frank Reich has complete control of what they're doing. It's the only way they got him to return and be their coach. He got to pick the QB. So I would be surprised, but let's get to Thursday night, man. If Will Levis gets picked number 1, I sound like the guy in that video.
Yeah, but then it was,
Kenny, have you watched it yet?
Trayvon Walker going 1 was the one. Also was like, wait.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's going to go 1. And
that's then Trent Baalke, though. You half expected it. He did that for you guys in San Francisco.
Right. And I'm saying, and now you may be seeing the same thing.
Will Levis, number 1 overall.
Huh?
Come on.
I mean, he's still at plus 800 on
I still
FanDuel,
think it's Bryce Young.
And Young is still minus 1,400 here.
But I said to you, I think Levis going number 2.
And he is the favorite at number 2.
I still wonder, do the Colts just go all in and go get the limitless option of Anthony Richardson versus this falling C.J. Stroud? I'm fascinated by Indy.
No, but see, the thing is, Mike, the Colts can sit there and use the allotted 10 minutes and figure out which one we want. Because I think both quarterbacks.
What is Kevin Costner running the team?
Yeah, both quarterbacks will be.
Who went to his birthday party?
No, well, you know what? Here's what's going to happen. When the Colts are on the clock, they're going to say, where's the GM? Oh, he's burying his father out on the practice field.
They're actually just now looking at game tape. We'll get back to you in 3 minutes.
You know what, though? In my mind, the Colts run their front office like draft day. I think they're doing everything on draft day right now.
They have Dennis Leary in constant team-issued gear?
Coach.
Is he talking down to the capologist in the cafeteria?
College teams are like, you're just now calling me? The draft is in 2 days.
So what can you tell me? Hey, Ryan Day, yeah. What can you tell me about C.J. Stroud? Seriously?
And that is
Wisconsin's coach, Sam Elliott.
in football today.